Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today, you guessed it, we are going to be big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out here in Plano, Texas. This is a Memorial Day weekend special where we're going to be looking for some Memorial Day savings, plant finds, all of the goodness of just going big box store plant shopping. As y'all know, over the holidays such as Memorial Day, we are going to be seeing some plant pricing go down. We'll get some special sales. So let's go ahead and explore at this particular location if we can find some really good plant deals. In today's video, we're going to be looking at budget-friendly plants, new plant releases from Costa Farms, and also just ways on how to save money. So if this is your type of niche, then you need to go ahead and press the subscribe button with all the notifications turned on. And for those that are new to the channel, my name is Richie. I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. I do daily plant content. So let's go ahead and just walk around. Let's have a detailed walkthrough of what plants we are going to be finding at this Lowe's location. What I love about this particular Lowe's location is it is actually got a massive selection of plants. But as you can see right over here, we're in the outdoor garden section and they already have the Memorial Day special. So let me go ahead and flip the camera and show you what Memorial Day specials we will find in today's plant shopping video. So let's go ahead and start off with this limited deal, 3 for $12 right over here on Bonnie plants. These are vegetable and outdoor garden plants. You can see they've got quite a bit of a selection right over here. And if we spin around over here, we have some more tomatoes and just tomato cages. I do love growing fresh tomatoes. I just feel like freshly grown vegetables in a garden always gives you the best tasting vegetables and fruits. So you can see that we do have some of those Memorial Day specials. Right over here, we've got some herbs as well. And you can even see right here that some of the tomatoes are already blooming. And then as you can see here, we're going to be looking at some more specials that they have as far as like some of the starter plants. So this one right here, it looks like you will save $1 off of these vegetables right here. It is another Memorial Day special. And I'm curious, for those that live in the United States, what do you do on your Memorial Day weekend? Thankfully for me, I'm actually off, so I will be able to do some more plant content. I'll be able to work on my plant podcast. So there will be a lot of content I'll be able to make. But of course, it's always nice to go big box store plant shopping right after work. It's very therapeutic for me. And as you can see here, we can see that we have a lot of these different types of succulents and cactus. I always gravitate to this particular one right here because it is known as the golden barrel cactus right here. And then as we make our way for the outdoor garden section into the indoor tropical plants, we'll go ahead and talk about some of the plants I would recommend to add into your outdoor garden as well as your indoor tropical plant. I'm going to go ahead and make my way into the outdoor garden section first. And just like most Lowe's locations throughout the DFW area, you can see how extremely full their outdoor garden section is. And this is the reason why, again, I always recommend checking out your big box stores. In the comment section, plant foldies, let me know how your Lowe's locations are looking like throughout the country. Hopefully you guys are getting plant restocks because I mean, just look at how massive and full this outdoor garden section is, and have no fear. I'm not going to spend too much time in the outdoor garden section. I will go straight into the indoor tropical section, but let's go ahead and just look at some of the plants that are available at the outdoor garden center at Lowe's. I've shown this before, but you can see that, for instance, these plants like these variegated potato vines are definitely something that you can add, especially in areas that have a lot of heat. These are very tolerant to that. My grow zone, which is 8B, is really conducive to growing potato vines. And let's talk about coleus plants. So right over here, for $12.98. This one's actually got so much growth already, and just look at how pretty that is. We talk about coleus plants, and I appreciate all of the plant foldies that have actually left in the comments section about how you would consider growing coleus plants. I might actually end up buying this one because I remember going to another big box store from the previous video where I showcased this, and I really like the look of this particular coleus plant. I feel like there's a lot of color happening, and if you just see right over here, just look at how full these are. And I just feel like you can grow coleus plants indoors a long term. The only thing I would say is make sure that you are providing it with lots of bright indirect light. Consistent watering when it comes to coleus plants. And I just feel like if you want something a little bit more unique, something that most people may not be out there in terms of putting in a plant collection that's grown indoors, let's go ahead and grow coleus. So $12.98. I may end up treating myself for that, but as you can see here, all of these Lowe's locations in the DFW area, I have to commend them. They have so many varieties of plants, and you can see right here, it is a little bit hot, and I'm just glad that you can see they have the sprinkler systems going on here and they're watering the plants. I'm actually gonna walk through and just show you all of the watering that they're having here. It's actually nice to have a little bit of mist going on. It has gotten quite hot actually, but supposedly it's also going to be raining this weekend. So we shall see. If you have plans to be on the lake in the DFW area, just be cautious about the weather. So there's a couple of more plants I wanted to go ahead and showcase before we go into the indoor tropical section. And one of them has to be this right over here. This is the Fatsa japonica for $12.98. Take a look at that. Does this not look like an indoor tropical plant? Now, this one I haven't really grown indoors long term. I do feel like it's almost related to a Hydra helix, or what you call the Hedera helix or English ivy. Something tells me that if you take this particular plant indoors, that it would have more of a spider mite prone situation. It is a beautiful plant. I love the variegated version of it. But you know, that goes back to show that like a lot of times we as plant collectors get into plants, especially when it's variegated. But truthfully, if you want something that's going to grow for you with more ease, look for the plants that are mostly green because they have a lot of chlorophyll. Now, I have a couple of more plants that I feel like are outdoor plants that are adaptable as an indoor plant. And one of them would have to be the caladiums from Proven Winners. So this one right here is a snowdrift caladium. And what do y'all think of this gorgeous caladium here? It is living its best life. You know, plant care tips for caladiums. For the most part, caladiums prefer to be in a more shaded area or places that are bright and direct light. You don't really want to put caladiums in full sun. Two, they do better in areas that have a little bit more heat, because if you put a caladium in an environment where it's colder, it's going to think that it's winter and it's going to go into its dormancy. But as you can see, this has really pushed out a lot of new growth, and that's because the weather is starting to get hotter out here in Dallas, and caladiums really like that. As far as watering, you want to do consistent watering with caladiums, but not over watering them because you do not want to rot the bulbs. This one is really cool, and I love the fact that these leaves can get massive. Now, that is adaptable as a house plant. And, you know, shout out again to Proven Winners for always bringing amazing just hybrid. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up as well. This is another one. This is Heart to Heart Chinook for $7.98. Look at this. So under $8, and you get all of this beautiful, colorful foliage from Proven Winners caladiums. I am curious though, plant foldies, have any of you guys like actually grown Proven Winners caladiums? I am so tempted to purchase more. I did purchase one and it's doing well for me, but I want to delve into possibly growing more of these Proven Winner caladium hybrids. Like this one right over here is Heart to Heart Radiance. And this one, look at that, just the bleeding of red on the leaves. Again, this is adaptable as a house plant, and even Proven Winners says so. So who wants to try to grow caladiums? Let me know in the comments section. All right, I'm going to keep showing you a couple more caladiums. So actually, this is one caladium that I regret not buying when I was actually big box store plant shopping at Home Depot. And it is the Heart to Heart Mesmerize. This one too, I mean, just look at that. Are you not mesmerized by the beauty of the colors of this caladium? You know, for me, I'm going to just go on a little bit of a tangent here as we go shopping. Whenever I see different types of genus of plants, like for instance, caladiums, I am always tempted to like buy all of the different varieties. I don't know if this kind of resonates to you or if you are that type of person. Let me know again in the comments section. But I mean, just look at how pretty this is. I really love the color of this particular one. I would totally buy all of the Proven Winner Caladium Heart to Heart hybrids that I picked up today. But you already know that whenever you choose to buy a plant, you have to actually have the time, budget, and space to really invest in it. Otherwise, it's just not a good investment of your time, and it's just not good for the plant because you end up like neglecting it. This is actually the caladium I ended up buying. It is the Splash of Wine right here. And just look at how funky the leaves of this caladium are. I swear, Proven Winner plants are great for your garden. Proven Winner's leaf joy plants are great for your indoor tropical collection. And this, again, is one that you can adapt as an indoor house plant. So I definitely wanted to show you all of the beautiful, colorful foliage. I think colorful plants are not necessarily as trending as, say, some of the more like muted colors, but I love that palette. You know, as far as the comments, definitely let me know in the comment section, plant foldies today. It's a pinned comment, and let's open a discussion. I know that I always mention that in all of my videos, but truthfully, that really drives engagement. It helps grow the channel. So if you really want to support the channel, go ahead and reply to the pinned comment below. Okay. A couple more plants that I am also going to showcase, and this is another one I've been meaning to buy, and this is the Tradescanthia Nanook, and this was for $21.98. If you're somebody that loves pink plants, loves something that's easy to grow, loves something that you can grow both indoors and outdoors, then you need to get yourself a Tradescanthia Nanook. Really love the look of this. This is super easy to actually grow, and I may end up spending money today and buying this. Again, you'll have to wait till the very end to see if I end up buying a plant. But to me, just being able to shop around, show you all of these beautiful plants that they have available is enjoyment for me. I mean, just look at this. This is a massive one, and it's for only $21.98. So obviously, you just have to let me know if you actually have Tradescanthia. And then we also have begonias. So $7.98, under $8, which is a really good budget-friendly price for a flowering begonia like this. I do love the velvety textures of the leaves. I love the undersides of the leaves, and I love the bright colors that they have here. It's got more of like a chocolate foliage on it. So again, just all of the plants that you can find in the Lowe's Outdoor Garden Center, you can find and maybe even adapt them as an indoor house plant. So I always tell people you should always be open to growing different types of plants, and even know that just because a plant is not necessarily marketed as an indoor plant, you can potentially grow it indoors. You just have to be very mindful of the lighting conditions, watering conditions, and space for it. But you can see right here, so they've got another Memorial Day weekend special, 2 for $15 for these hanging baskets of begonias, which again is a really good plant find. You know, we talk about how to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars on plants, and it's really just, again, comparing and contrasting plant pricing. I would recommend downloading the Lowe's app. That's one way where you can save a lot of money, and then also just looking for the seasonality. So it is a holiday weekend, and Memorial Day sales come around, and that's probably some of the best times to go shopping for plants. So I'm just going to show you a couple more plants, and then we're going to go into the indoor tropical section. Under $2, $1.98. I show you guys this all the time. I'm slowly trying to influence you into growing a coleus plant, but look at how pretty the color of this red one is. We also have the neon varieties as well, but that is another plant I would recommend as a very easy to care for plant, super inexpensive and budget friendly, super versatile, and one that is always readily available for anybody that goes to a big box store like Lowe's. Now over here, we have sun patience. So normally impatient flowers are the ones that need to grow in shade, but this one, look at this sun patient. So this is an example of a flowering plant that has been hybridized to where normally it's supposed to be in shade, but this one is gotten to the point where it can tolerate being in full sun. Just look at how beautiful the blooms are. And it's for $10.98. So gotta love your blooming plants. I do love growing flowering plants, specifically marigolds and zinnias. So we have quite a bit right over here as well. So anyways, let me go ahead and give you just a final look at some of the outdoor garden center. And now we are going to go to the indoor tropical section. So let's do this, plant foldies. And we are finally in the indoor tropical section. Start your houseplant journey at Lowe's. You can see that we have a beautiful hanging basket fixture of some Costa Farms plants. And you can just see that this is another massive area of different types of house plants available in the DFW area. I like to make trips to specific Lowe's locations because I feel like these Lowe's locations are always going to be in stock. So they've got so many plants available. And in today's video, again, we're going to be exploring what plants are available and what type of like Memorial Day specials we will find. But I just wanted to give you guys like a rundown of some of the plants that they have here. You can see that this is another Lowe's location that is quite full. It looks like we just walked into a jungle, and I just wanted to go ahead and just give you a brief overview of some of the plants here. If you notice, this is also more of like a greenhouse type setting. So they have like a separate section where they have a lot of bright indirect light, but this is actually really conducive to ideal conditions to grow indoor plants. So of course, I wanted to go ahead and just give you a little bit of a walk through here. You can see that we got quite a bit of plants over here, quite a bit of plants over here, and we're going to go into detail with a lot of the plants as well. Of course, I just wanted to go ahead and walk around here and show you, and you can see right over here, they even have some Live Trends design plants that they have not quite unboxed yet. So hopefully I might actually end up like unboxing these just to see, but this is what it looks like when you get urban jungle plants. It's a 6-pack here, and just look at all of the plants that they have available right here. And then if you look around here, plant foldies, we got Phalaenopsis orchids over here from Costa Farms, $14.98. We have a bunch of Live Trends design. This is actually the first time I've ever seen carnivorous plant terrariums. That is a new plant find for $24.98. So let's go ahead, pick this up, and let me go ahead and show you. It looks like I can't really take it out, but yeah, so if you're into carnivorous plants, they've got it. And then it looks like they've got like a set right here where you can actually grow something hydroponically and it lights up. So this is some type of Dracaena right over here. And talk about a new like Pachira aquatica. This one is for $24.98. It has like scissors, and this is a Pachira aquatica stump for $24.98. I really love the aesthetic of this particular planter. I think this new release is really clever, and I am such a huge fan when it comes to Live Trends designs. And then we're going to spin around here. It looks like we've got some Better Grow, and Better Grow is actually another provider of some amazing orchids, Phalaenopsis orchids and different types of orchids. They also showcase bromeliads. And then you can even see right over here, this is actually a really nice looking one. This one is a different type of orchid, coconut fragrant orchid. And you can see that is a particular type of orchid. You can see that it's got orchid bark, and just look at the bloom of that one right over here. So again, in today's video, it's going to be a very detailed just overview of the plants that you will find at this particular Lowe's location. You will see that we have special deals, and I'm going to also talk about plant care tips. So again, plant foldies. Hopefully you guys will just stay tuned and see what plants we have. Feel free to leave in the comments section too, like what plants you are a fan of. Like I love these Phalaenopsis orchids right over here. I just feel like there's so many Phalaenopsis orchids year round at any big box store, and this one is for $19.98. This is another beautiful one. I like the color of it. And you know, as we round out this month of May, know that if you were not aware, it is Asian Pacific Islander month, and we want to make sure that we celebrate our heritage. For those that are Asian Pacific Islander, I want to wish you guys a happy AAPI month. I know that me being a proud Filipino American, I love to just make sure that I share my heritage with the plant foldie community, and I appreciate you guys actually embracing that. Now over here we have some more blossom kit styles right here. So these are more like a type of gift set that you can give. Limited time only. It is normally $24.98, but now it is $19.98. Another Memorial Day sale special, and that is the reason why, again, plant foldies. You already know that shopping during the holiday weekend or holiday season is when you are going to get some of the best finds. So you can see here, we also have lots of cool looking, stylish planters. And I can't help but showcase the color story, the color palette that they have in terms of what is available at Lowe's. I do like this one right here, these self-watering planters by Origin 21. This really works for the Costa Farms exotic angel plants with the wick. I also like the modern touch of just black matte finish on it. But then I also really like this one right here. This little bee planter here for $14.98 is another one I would want to add to my plant collection. Normally, I don't like shiny surfaces for my planters, but that one is a really pretty one. And of course, this one is one I like for $24.98. This is another planter I would recommend adding into my plant collection. I really like the inlay of glaze and also the use of terracotta. So if you're also looking for planters that give more of a neutral tone, you can see they've got a lot of creams, whites, and grays here. I have been looking at the black and white ivory fish planter for $26.98. I think this is such a cute planter as well. And one that I often see, this one is actually a catch pot because it doesn't necessarily have drainage holes, but needless to say, it is still a really cute planter. I have been working on trying to get all of my plants organized and really work on my plant aesthetic before I even show you any of my plants. That's if I actually finally do a house plant tour. We'll see. We'll see. I know I've been talking about it for quite a while, but we shall see. And then you can see right over here, we do have this. So there's some more Memorial Day weekend specials. So it looks like we got some fertilizers on sale. And this one right over here is actually a really good deal. My favorite, this is $13.98. Normally it's $18.98. So you save $5 for the Miracle Grow all-purpose fertilizer, which to me is a steal. And if I buy anything, I probably will invest in this fertilizer because Miracle Grow fertilizer is so effective, at least in my my use, and I've been using it for decades. And of course, if you want a plant hack, I've talked about this before. If you buy the Miracle Grow feeder with trigger, you can actually take all of your house plants, put them outside, and then just use a hose to fertilize them. And that's such a faster way and more efficient way of doing so than having to like go through a watering can indoors and actually fertilizing them. But Miracle Grow all-purpose fertilizer is a must for me, and I would recommend it. Now, as far as seeds that you can find, you can see that they still have seeds here. I've actually grown a couple of my plants from seed in terms of my vegetables and flowers, specifically zinnias and marigolds. But let's go ahead and just talk about some of the plants that we have here. So it looks like we do have some Boston ferns. We don't have as many Costa Farms plants available, but these are for $21.98. Look at this. This one is a beautiful Peperomia Pixie Lime. It's one that I would definitely add to my plant collection. And you can see this one's actually in bloom. So I really love the look of that. We also have this variegated teardrop Peperomia. This is another plant that it's one that I would definitely want to add to my plant collection. I do feel like peperomias are so underrated as far as plants, and I feel like we definitely need to get more people into it. You know, oftentimes whenever I make plant content, the plant community tends to really gravitate to plants that maybe they see on social media, but I always tell people, go for the easy care plants, the underdogs. Like this Hawaiian spider plant. This is one for $16.98 by Costa Farms, and one that I would definitely add into my plant collection. It is also pet friendly, so you can have your pets around. It's not toxic, and it's a safe and easy care plant. Now, we've been talking a lot about Hoyas, and we've been seeing a lot of Hoyas in big box stores. This one is for $16.98. This is the Hoya Bertonier, and you can see that it is a little bit sun stressed. You got some more different coloration, and I am loving the look of this one right here. As far as Hoyas, what I love about them is they definitely have the blooms, but I think the forgiveness of the plants, if you underwater them, they will still do okay for you. They're not going to just die on you. And I just find that the colors, when they change, when they get enough light or more light than they are accustomed to, the sun stressing is super cool. So let's go ahead and I'll walk around and talk through some more of the plants throughout this Lowe's location. So we talk about Asian Pacific Islander month, and me being Filipino, I have to show you a plant from the Philippines that's endemic, and you guessed it. We have the Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue Pothos right here. Isn't she a stunner? $21.98, and she is massive. I wanted to go ahead and put myself back into the camera to show you how massive this plant is. What I love about any Epipremnum pinnatums is, number one, they just make me so proud to be Filipino, because it's a plant that has gotten global recognition in terms of becoming a houseplant. And mind you, this plant right here is actually considered a weed in the Philippines because it grows everywhere. Plant care tips for Epipremnum pinnatum is bright indirect light. In the wild in the Philippines, they actually grow and attach on trees. They get larger leaves because their natural habit is not to really trail like this. And if you notice, the leaves end up becoming smaller as it trails down. This actually likes to climb. So you know, as far as any plants that you want to get the maximum beauty out of it, learn the plant's natural way of growing. This one is a climber. This is super easy. It's a fast grower. It is going to need more water consistently, but more so the lighting conditions, because if you don't give it enough light, you see how this one node here doesn't have foliage? It will shoot what they call runners. So it is very sensitive when it comes to just the amount of light. If you don't give enough light, it's going to shoot runners until it can find a light source. But Epipremnum pinnatum is here. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the Epipremnum pinnatum. It is one of my favorite plants, and I am constantly propagating it. Now we talk about Live Trends Design, and we talk about plants that really exude just modern contemporary aesthetics. What I love about Live Trends Design is you can see behind me, this one is for $16.98. We've got a clear looking planter, Philodendron heteroecium Brazil. Love this. And then you can also see that Live Trends Design really maximizes on matte finishes, specific shapes. This one right here is for $19.98. This is a ficus ginseng. And with ficus ginsengs, just remember that any ficus plant, golden rule is You always need to provide it with bright, indirect light. Otherwise, it's not going to do well for you. And I think that's the reason why it makes it a little bit more challenging to grow indoors, because sometimes people can't get it enough lighting conditions. But we have all of these beautiful Live Trends design plants. I mean, you can see right here, this one is for $15.98. We've got a philodendron. And if you ask me, philodendrons in general, at least the ones that are not velvety textured, are an easy care, beginner friendly plant, and they're readily available at budget friendly prices. What else do we have here? We have Haworthias like this. This is a really cool looking one from Live Trends Design. We have a $14.98 hydroponically grown Aglaonema. This one I think is a Maria, hashtag popularized Aglaonema. And we also have Live Trends Design ceramic planters like this. These ones are for $17.98. Golden pothos in the house. Love the geometric shapes, love the matte finish, love the fact that this is literally trailing on both ways. And it is a lovely plant. Golden pothos. One of my top picks ever for a beginner-friendly houseplant that you can buy at a big box store. You definitely want to watch this video before you buy any of these houseplants at big box stores, because at least you'll know what kind of plants I would actually recommend and most people would recommend as a beginner-friendly plant, pothos. Now, some people don't like pothos. I love them. And then if you look over here, there's a different aesthetic that's seen with urban jungle plants. So these ones are for $17.98. But if you look at this green Marantha right over here, that's a lovely one as well. And if you look at the stripes, it kind of matches like the green Marantha look. I don't know if you agree with me, but as far as planters, there is something to be said about the mood or the aesthetic that gets changed whenever you put a plant in a specific planter. I feel like it either enhances the character of the plant, it makes it more beautiful. This one is definitely cohesive in the way, the styling and design of it. Now, as far as green Marantha, it's a little bit more of a challenging plant. I would not recommend this plant as a beginner-friendly plant. Needless to say, it's still beautiful, and it's for $17.98. Now, this one right here is one we always talk about, and this has gone crazy. It's the first time I've ever seen a Hydra Helix. This one right here has actually got a lot of water right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour that out, but you can see we've got an English ivy for $17.98. Let me know what you think, and if you would grow an English ivy. And we also have these self-watering planters. This one is a Marble Queen pothos for $24.98. So if you follow my big box store plant shopping videos, I'm always talking about pothos, because I think for 2026, we really need to come out of the collector mindset and really try to bring plants that are going to bring you joy, because they're not so stressful in terms of the plant care. And I don't know about you, but I would rather invest in something that's going to bring me joy versus actually adding workload. You'll have to let me know, again, plant foldies, in the comment section below if you agree, disagree. I love it all. And by the way, I have to ask, as I pause for a second, have you, plant foldies, watching today's video, swipe 3 times to the left so you can do the YouTube plant quiz? It's got some really good plant trivia. I would love for you guys to try, and then let me know if you scored 100%. Let's test your plant knowledge by doing the plant quizzes that are available on all my YouTube plant shopping videos, or just plant content in general. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some more plants. Here is another plant right here. This one is a Pearls and Jade pothos, Live Trends Design. Look at how beautiful the variegation is on that one. And we have this cutie patootie here, $19.98. This is a ZZ Zenzi plant. Let's talk about ZZ Zenzi. If you are looking for a plant that is going to be like indestructible, one that's not gonna just die and go to plant heaven, get you a ZZ Zenzi plant. It is a slower growing plant, but what I love about it is low light tolerant. So you can put this in lower light settings, and it is drought tolerant to where you can kind of set it and forget it. Actually, It's one of the easiest plants. I think it's the easiest plant to add in any plant collection, is a ZZ plant. Some people will argue that the snake plant or the Sansevieria is, but I think this is one. And it stays compact. The ZZ Zenzi one, if you just have small spaces, get this one. That's one of my recommendations. And then we also have some more Hoyas. We've got a Hoya Curtsii right over here for $16.98. And truthfully, this is another example of me feeling like I might end up impulse buying. And hear me out. The reason being is I've been looking at Hoyas and I've seen my friends Hoya Curtsii, and it is nice and full, lush, and it's one that is trailing. And I don't know, I think I should get this. Let me know in the comments section, but this is one that they have available for $16.98. And then this one's also pretty full as well. For my Hoya lovers, you'll have to let me know whether you like to grow Hoyas, but this is definitely one that is in for the books. So we're just seeing lots and lots of plants right over here. We'll go ahead and look at some more plants. You can see here we have a self-watering planter of a Calathea ornata by Costa Farms. It almost looks like an Aglaonema as well. $15.98. Really pretty looking plant. And we have even more colorful philodendrons right over here. This one is a Philodendron Prince of Orange, and it's a lovely looking one. Look at the new leaf, y'all. I swear I can literally talk to you guys for hours and hours about plants. And so for me, hopefully you guys are finding this therapeutic, just hanging out with me and me just picking up plants, because this one's a winner, $15.98. We also have another large hanging basket. This is what I'm telling you. Costa Farms has it going on. This one is another Peperomia Pixie Lime. And just look at how massive this is right over here. Is this a want or a need? Would you buy or pass on this plant? Let me know in the comments section right over here. But this is, wow, this is a really pretty full, like it's just super full. Like I might end up just impulse buying this plant right here. And that's the thing, right? We talk about how to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars on plants. And honestly, some ways that you could keep yourself from like impulse buying or spending unnecessary money is, number one, go to a big box store, a local nursery, or someplace where you intend to buy plants and have a plant budget. So like for me today, I have a budget of $30. And if I find something that really suits my taste, allows me to have the right care conditions and environment, and has the time that I can invest, then I may end up buying a plant. But to me, that is the best way to not get yourself too caught into the weeds in terms of just impulse buying. So again, I always like to try to save you guys money. I always like to steer the plant foldies in the right direction, because I know that doing plant shopping videos kind of drives consumption, consumerism, but I can't help it. So that's why I'm like, let me at least give you guys some alternatives. Now, here is another plant right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you the details of the plants. $15.98. We've got an Epipremnum pinnatum Baltic Blue. And this one actually has some fenestrations here. This is what makes it kind of unique, is the fact that it doesn't necessarily have to grow on a totem pole or moss pole. It can start fenestrating even when it is not fully matured yet. Again, this is endemic to my home country, which is the Philippines. So again, if y'all didn't know, Epipremnum pinnatums are available, and $15.98. Should I buy this plant today? Should I go ahead and spend some money Memorial Day weekend plant shopping? Who knows? You'll have to watch till the very end, but this is a lovely specimen, and this is actually a lot cheaper than it was before. Normally it was $19.98, so it's a couple of dollars less, and it's in self-watering planters, which Costa Farms, I love their self-watering planters. So let's go ahead, again, plant foldies, and continue to look at some of the plants. Actually, one more plant, and then I'm going to switch the camera to where you can look at the plants in more detail. What about this gorgeous philodendron black cardinal right over here for only $15.98. You heard me right. Super cheap plants, cheap house plants you can find at Lowe's. You need this. We all need this. And as far as the dark foliage, again, you need to make sure that you're providing it with lots of bright indirect light, water when the soil is dry, and that is it. It's an easy plant. And this is another example of a beautiful philodendron, black cardinal. It is a shame that it does have a little bit of chewed up foliage, but otherwise everything else is stunning. All right, guys, plant foldies. Let's go ahead and look at some more of the plants in details and just continue to hang out with me as I go big box store plant shopping for Memorial Day weekend specials. So as you can see right over here, we've got a beautiful silver band Marantha right here for $8.98. It is dehydrated, so it's going to need some water quite soon. I can tell because it's definitely light to the touch. So the soil is completely dry. We have another neon pothos right over here. Take a look at that. Just look at how beautiful the neon colors are. My favorite pothos to grow, and this one is for actually $5. $5.98 by Costa Farms Exotic Angels. Another winner for me. And if you look right over here, we have all of these beautiful Epipremnum pinnatum Baltic blues. Like, look at that fenestration. That is so pretty. And then we also have some more plants over here that we can look at. We can see we have some more golden pothos. These ones are for $13.98. Still one of my plants I would recommend for anybody that wants to start out with a beginner-friendly plant. And then we also have a neon illusion syngonium, $8.98. This one is going to need some water fairly soon because the soil is completely dry. Syngoniums really like to be consistently watered, so just make sure that you are consistently watering it. Otherwise, they will get leggy and lose their foliage. And this is actually my first time ever seeing this, $8.98. It looks like we got some smaller Ficus elastica or rubber trees, part of the Exotic Angel line by Costa Farms. So this is quite interesting because normally they don't sell them in 5-inch planters like this. And that's why going big box store plant shopping, it's always nice to discover some of the new plant releases. And of course, we can't go big box store plant shopping without me plugging the Aglaonema Pink Siam. This one again is overwatered, but you can see right here, love the pink margins. I think everybody should have an Aglaonema. Comment hashtag popularize Aglaonema if you agree, but this is one of my favorite Aglaonemas, and this is only for $15.98. We have more philodendron Prince of Orange right over here. Look at how beautiful the color is. And of course, I'm going to show you the Aglaonema Red Siam right over here. Look at the red margins, $15.98 for this easy care plant that I would highly recommend for anybody that wants a beginner friendly plant. And then if we're here, you can see we've got some Costa Farms bromeliads, $21.98. And just look at the colors of this. Really pretty bromeliad. I don't have any in my plant collection, but they are very colorful plants indeed. And then we have some more hanging baskets of different types of plants that they have available. So let's go ahead and just keep looking at some more plants that we have here. Take a look at this Haworthia. That's kind of an interesting color for this one. And I remember seeing this, $17.98. Look at how cute this planter is of Neon Pothos by Live Trends Design. Super cute. So if you want something quirky, then you can also get, Live Trends Design plants. They still have a modern vibe to it, but needless to say, just the bright neon colors are amazing. It is literally one of my favorite plants to grow. And we have another pothos. This one is it looks like a pearls and jade pothos for $17.98. What a lovely plant. I just love the details of it. And it's already trailing. This one is a little bit slower growing than the neon pothos because it's highly variegated. And talk about another plant that is one of my favorites. This is for $17.98. We've got a philodendron Micans. Look at how pretty this one is. And I'm glad to see more and more philodendron micans. I have yet to see this in an 8-inch hanging basket planter. I do love the look of it. It's got a nice satin finish to it, velvety texture, and it's a lovely plant. You do need to give it lots of water because if you keep it dry for too long, it will lose its leaves and get leggy. So as we pass around here, you can see we do have some more large ZZ plants. This one is for $29.98 by Costa Farms, which is actually a really good deal. We have spathiphyllum, or what you call peace lily, for the same price. And then we also have some bonsai right over here. This is a Chinese elm bonsai. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. $18.98. Actually really like the shape of this one. And again, if you ever check out thebonsai.supply.com, they've got all sorts of bonsai supplies and soil that's really good for succulents and cactus. Use my promo code GROWFOLDS for 10% off your entire purchase anytime. It never expires. And I would love for you guys to try the bonsai supply soil, but here is a nice Chinese elm bonsai. And then over here, we have a new type of container, $15.98 by Costa Farms. It's another self-watering planter of a ZZ plant. ZZ plants are so pretty and one of the easiest plants, probably the easiest plant to take care of. And it being in self-watering makes it even easier. And I just wanted to go ahead and take a gander and see what they have here. It looks like we just have a bunch of large foliage plants. There's a bunch of those philodendron moonlights over there, those neon colored philodendrons. That's gorgeous. We've got ficus lyrata over here. So if you want instant gratification in large foliage plants, you can go to a big box store like Lowe's and actually check these out because they have all of these large plants here. This one right here is for $29.98. This one is a Ficus elastica ruby. And then take a look at the Ficus elastica taniki. I mean, just look at that variegation on the leaves. Lovely. Just know that you have to give it quite a bit of light for it to really be happy and thrive in your space. And then we also have a Monstera deliciosa right over here for $29.98. Classic plant. And I'm glad that people are still growing Monstera deliciosas, because most people are getting into more of like the Monstera Thai Constellation mutations or variegated plants. Now we're gonna go over here and you can see we've got another Ficus lyrata tree. This one is already instant gratification. That is for $120. So if you're looking for something that's already established, you can do that. And as far as Memorial Day savings or specials, $14.98 for Majesty palms right over here. I'm not really a fan of Majesty palms, but hey, if you're looking to save money, they have it on sale for Memorial Day. And then we have more plants right over here. We're gonna go ahead and look at these and then the table, and then I'm gonna go ahead and recap today's plant shopping video. But as you can see right over here, we have some more hanging baskets. Look at this one. I love the green. $17.98. That's a pretty one as well. Philodendron heteroecium Brazil. And we have these self-watering planters. And you can see right here, this is a neon pothos. It's a little bit more sun bleach. This one is for $15.98. And for my Aglaonema lovers, this one's for Jay. He's looking for an Aglaonema Nicole. This is an Aglaonema Nicole, and you can see that it is a Nicole because of the borders of the leaves. It really has more of a thicker border around it. Sometimes it could be mistaken as a silver bay Aglaonema, but this is an Aglaonema Nicole. $22, actually $24.98. Very easy plant. Highly recommend this one as one of my top picks for beginner-friendly plants if you're on a budget as well. Super easy, just water when the soil is completely dry. And we'll go ahead and look at some more plants right over here. Plant foldies, if you made it this far into the video, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. So I would really appreciate that support. And let's go ahead and look at more plants. This one right over here is $13.98. We got another beautiful bromeliad in the house right over here. Look at that color. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then we have an Aglaonema Silver Bay here. You can see that the borders of the leaves are not as pronounced as the Nicole. One of the most common Aglaonemas, but it's one of the easiest to ever take care of. This one is for $24.98. It can really tolerate lower light conditions, so this one's a good one to choose. And let's go ahead and see what else we have available here. We have another Aglaonema Red Siam here for $15.98. And then we have all of these planters. So let's talk about these planters here. If you notice, these ones are self-watering planters, $11.98. And this is really meant for, say, a Costa Farms Exotic Angel 5-inch planter. You just stick it in here and voila. Look at that. Instant styling and gratification, and it makes it easy for you to take care of the plant as well. So I love the look of that if I can just get it out. I'll have to grab it out later because I don't want to break the pot, but you get the point. And then we have some Syngoniums right here. More Costa Farms Exotic Angel plants. This one is a really beautiful one. This is another Hydra Helix. This one is for $8.98. Look at the variegation of this English ivy. I just wish I could grow English ivies. I say that in every single one of my videos, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys are tired of it. Maybe some of you guys have actually unsubscribed to my channel because of my English ivy obsession, but I'm okay with that. You know, I always tell people the right community will always stick by you, and I just want to shout out all of the plant foldies that continue to tune into my plant shopping videos. If anything, you can at least just watch me pick up plants, right? This one is a Janet Craig Compacta, Dracaena, $8.98. Super easy to take care of. Another beautiful budget-friendly option. And then we also have these muddy-looking Syngoniums. This one is a Berry Illusion Syngonium for $8.98. But if you look at it, look at the rounder leaf shapes. It almost could come off as like the Syngonium Maria, but this is a little bit more of a murky green tone for this Syngonium. And then if you look over here, this one has like a new type of pinkish tone to it. I'm actually tempted to buy more Syngoniums. And here's the thing, if I end up buying a Syngonium like this, it has a self-watering wick. I would keep it in self-watering because that will be the easiest way to maintain a Syngonium. They need consistent watering, but it is a beautiful plant indeed. And then we also have more exotic angel plants right over here by Costa Farms. So if you look at right over here, mini Adam Ivy, this is a Hydra Helix. Look at that. Another lovely specimen right over here. And if you want an example of a purple waffle plant that's been living its best life, look at how large the leaves have gotten on this one. And this one's actually only for $5.98. And it is lovely indeed. So you can see that the leaves actually get larger. I can tell that some of these plants have been living their best life because they've been growing into this, this location for a while. And prime examples would be like these Peperomia Pixie Limes, where you can literally see it is super full in its hanging basket. And this would be one that I would definitely want to consider buying, just because I'm getting a lot of established plants in one pot. And that's another plant pro tip whenever you are shopping at big box stores for houseplants is look if the plant has a lot of active growth. Look if the plant is actually healthy in that sense and it's super full. And then you can even see right here another Hoya Curtsii for $16.98. Look at all of those aerial roots. Should I buy a Hoya today, plant foldies? You got to let me know. And wow, we actually have another hanging basket that's kind of uncommon. This one is a Yesenia pothos right here. Really love the look of this one. This one is actually, look at the variegation of it. So it's a little bit more unique in a sense that it has subtle green variegation, but if you provide it with more bright indirect light, it's going to definitely give you better coloration. $21.98. I would totally buy this one as well, just because of the coloration of it. You'll have to let me know in the comment section, but I do find this pothos to still be somewhat uncommon. And did you know that this is actually a Costa Farms cultivar? Or at least that's what I read. You'll have to let me know if that is 100% fact. But I read somewhere that this is a Costa Farms cultivar. $21.98. Really nice looking plant. And then this is I think this is a Syngonia Maria. Let's take a look. Because it's got more chocolate colored. Nope, it's a berry illusion. So that got me right there. But look at how pretty that is. For $5.98 in a self-watering planter. You can see that the roots are coming out of this. So it's fairly established and happy. And as I pan around here, you can just see the massive selection of plants at this Lowe's location. You can see over here, $15.98. This is another cool looking Syngonium. It's got smaller foliage here. I would totally buy this one as well. I actually prefer the 6-inch hanging baskets as compared to the 8-inch hanging baskets. Really pretty plant. And what else do we have here? Plant foldies. I'm just picking up plants today and showing y'all these. It looks like we got a couple of Memorial Day special deals. But for the most part, I'm just celebrating the fact that I am off this weekend and I'm able to hang out with you guys and just show you some big box store plant shopping. Like, look at this beautiful snow white waffle plant that I wish I could grow in my plant collection, but she is a diva, so I will just enjoy watching it as I film and make content at this big box store. We've got a Golden Gate Peperomia obtusifolia for $5.98. Look at the variegation, lovely variegation. I am definitely a fan of this one right over here. And as far as the longer format content, plant foldies, I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, long format content these days are just like a rarity. Most people are doing shorter versions of plant shopping videos, but the ones that always tune in, I swear we have some of the most amazing plant foldy community because you guys invest all of that time to just watch me pick up plants, give you plant care tips, and just give you my recommendations on what plants you should grow. This one is a Gold Crest False Aralia by Costa Farms again. Another lovely plant. I love the edges of the leaves of that one. And take a look at this beautiful Philodendron Hederaceum Neon. Lovely plant. I love the texture of this one. $17.98 by Urban Jungle Plants. I just love neon colored plants in general. I do think that they need to be a little bit more trending for 2026. Needless to say, I will always choose neon colored plants. Just know that you have to give them quite a bit of light in order for them to do well. And then we have another variegated teardrop peperomia right over here for $16.98. So lots of plants to pick from. This is an extremely full Lowe's location, and I remember going here and buying this because I thought that this was such a good deal. $12.98 for a Synapsis Java Platinum with a self-watering wick planter. So I think that that is awesome. I may end up actually finding a self-watering planter. Let's actually take a look and see if they have the big shell one. And it looks like we do. So like if I end up getting this for $15, I can just put this in a self-watering planter like this, and she's good to go. That's pretty cool, actually. So we shall see, but again, it is all about the aesthetic. I do love the aesthetic of that particular planter, but this Synapsis Java Platinum, $12.98 is probably the cheapest I've ever seen the price for this particular Synapsis. That used to be uncommon, but now you can find them because Costa Farms has made it readily available. So we'll go ahead and look at a couple more plants. And then I'm gonna go ahead and recap today's video. All right, plant foldies, you can see that we're on the final stretch of today's big box store plant shopping video. I hope you guys have really enjoyed just listening to me talk about plants. I just love just picking up my camera and filming plants and showing you plants. So let's look at some more of the plants that we have here. We have a Live Trends design plant. This is just a Monstera deliciosa in a 6-inch planter. This is for $24.98 by Urban Jungle, or actually not Urban Jungle, Live Trends design plants. A lovely plant, one that I would recommend. Just know that if you actually get Monsteras, you have to plan for the space because they do get large as well. And then we also have all of these calathea. So this one is a calathea lancifolia for $15.98. Let me know if you actually grow calatheas. I just cannot. I cannot grow calatheas. If it were to save my life, they just end up getting crispy for me. And I just haven't figured it out, but I always like to look at them whenever I'm big box store plant shopping. $15.98 for that one. If you're looking for a really cool plant, and this is an example of a Monstera, right? If you look at it closely, it almost looks like a Monstera lemon lime, but it's actually an example of a plant that has just gotten a lot of light to the point where it's like sun stress. This one is for $24.98 by Live Trends Design. I actually got a Monstera Golden Compact, a Costa Farms trending tropical plant. Thanks to them for sending me plants to unbox. And if you haven't ever seen my unboxing of rare new releases from Costa Farms, definitely check out this video on my YouTube channel. And honestly, I would just tell you, you should actually explore the YouTube channel and look at all of the plant playlists that I have, because there's so much to look for in my YouTube channel. Okay, here is another beautiful philodendron here. This one is a philodendron orange marmalade. Look at that one for $24.98 by Live Trends Design. Another colorful neon plant that you need to give lots of light, otherwise it's going to revert back to more of a green tone. And we're going to go ahead and spin around here and look at a couple more plants, and then I'm going to recap today's video. But of course, before we do that, we have to look at some more Costa Farms trending tropical plants. This one, I just feel like I need to get into my plant collection because look at how beautiful this one is. This is an example of a philodendron golden crocodile that has received quite a bit of light to the point where it is already bleached in sun stress. $19.98 for this one, but it is lovely. And if you really look at the window and all of the top, it gets light pretty much all day, every day. And that is the reason why it is looking this good. So neon colored plants are definitely requiring quite a bit of light. Otherwise, it's going to be more of a greener tone, but that is so pretty. And if you pull this one right over here as well, I almost feel like it was in like full sun. Look at how pretty that one is as well. Neon colored plants, philodendron golden crocodile. Do you own one? Would you want one? You already know plant foldies. Let me know in the comments section if you would actually buy that. And then we also have these syndapses right over here. $19.98. We've got a Mount Salek. So this is another wish list syndapsis I want to add to my plant collection, but I'm kind of being a little smart about just waiting to see if it will reduce in price. Because if you saw the syndapsis Java Platinum, it's $12.98. So maybe in a year, this might be a little bit cheaper, or better yet, another alternative to save money on houseplants, like hundreds of dollars, is to trade plant cuttings, go to plant swaps, or just ask around to see if somebody can just give you a cutting like this, and you can actually propagate it yourself. So I'm still a fan of all of these philodendrons right here. Look at this Costa Farms one. Again, philodendron Prince of Orange. Just look at how colorful it is. So you can have a very colorful plant collection if you invest in buying Costa Farms philodendrons, and they made it so much more affordable at $15.98. That is such a good deal. And if you really look at this right here, you'll see that this leaf right here has been kind of sun stressed and bleached. I don't mind that. It actually looks really pretty. And what else we have? We have another philodendron, $15.98, another beautiful philodendron black cardinal. This is another lovely one that, of course, you just need lots of light, but if you put them next to each other, just look at all the different colors of philodendrons that you get from Costa Farms. So Costa Farms, y'all got it going on. And then we have this right here. We have another philodendron. This is a philodendron painted lady for $15.98. So if you want to start a philodendron collection, go ahead and buy your plants at a big box store like Lowe's and buy yourself some Costa Farms plants, because the ones that they have here are extremely gorgeous. Like, look at this one. She's grown so much to the point where I feel like this is a really good investment because they've already done a lot of the growing within this big box store. I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Are you team philodendron painted lady? Let me know in the comments section. And I just love filming here because of the light too. You have to let me know if it's actually making me glow, because I like getting natural light like this. It's good vitamin D. And of course, surrounding yourself with plants and talking about plants, it's a good dopamine boost. So, okay, we have a couple more large foliage plants like this Monstera Deliciosa. I actually probably need to buy one of these. This is for $30. Yeah, I think I need this in my life. Just a green Monstera Deliciosa from Costa Farms. This one is really nicely established, and I wouldn't mind buying one of these today. I may end up actually buying this, and it would actually just pretty much blow my budget because I'm budgeting only $30 today. But who knows, I might actually just not buy anything, which is probably ideal because I'm really trying to downsize my plant collection. Now over here, $29.98, another large philodendron Prince of Orange. All right, we are at the final stretch of all of the plants here. $36.98. We've got a Ficus elastica shivriana. She is lovely. And yeah, that is basically it. So plant foldies, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's big box store plant shopping video. In today's video, again, we talked about budget-friendly options, plants that I would recommend as an easy care house plant. We talked about massive plant restocks and just the different types of plants that you can find at big box stores. I would always say the one key note for buying plants at a big box store is you don't have to necessarily feel like you have to buy plants all the time if you go to a big box store. But I do understand that, like, if you feel the itch to buy one, don't also beat yourself up for it, because I don't know, like, I am really tempted to buy plants today. I bought a plant the other day and I probably shouldn't have, but it was a brand new one. So you'll have to watch that plant shopping video. But again, my top picks that I would buy as far as houseplants in today's video, it would definitely be this Epipremnum Yesenia pothos. I think this one right over here is a really good value in a sense that it's easy care, it's unique, it's a pothos plant, and it just touches all the buttons in terms of what I look for in a plant, which is fast growing, it's neon, it's got good variegation, and the price is right. $21.98 for this super lush and full plant. You can't go wrong with that. So again, plant foldies, as far as today's video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wish everybody a happy Memorial Day weekend. My name is Richie at GrowFolds. Good vibes only, good vibes always. And just know, YouTube is telling you you need to continue to watch some of my videos that are popping up. My name is Richie at GrowFolds, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at GrowFolds, and today, you guessed it, we are going to be going big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out here in Southwest McKinney, Texas. Today's video, we are going to be searching for some Memorial Day specials, some budget-friendly houseplants, new plant releases, and just shopping during the holidays. I will be discussing ways on how to save money. And truthfully, it's just going through a holiday such as Memorial Day weekend. So we're going to go ahead, take a look at some of the Memorial Day specials and see if there's any easy care house plants, new plant releases from Costa Farms. Right over here, right from the get-go, we have 5 for $10. 5 for $10 garden soil. So we got some Miracle Grow garden soil for $5 for $10. That is an absolute money saver. We also have these vegetable cages that were originally $17.98, now $14.98, save $3, and that is the Memorial Day special. So again, this is the reason why if you are looking to save hundreds of dollars on both outdoor garden plants and indoor tropical plants, then you need to be going shopping during a holiday like this, Memorial Day specials. And so as you can see right here, big box store plant shopping is where it's at. You can even see right here, limited time deal, 2 for $14. We got raised bed organic soil ready to go from Miracle Grow. And of course, we have a bunch of these beautiful succulents and cactus. That is the reason why I do a lot of big box store plant shopping videos, because of all of the budget-friendly options that you can get from just shopping big box stores. So in today's video, again, we're gonna be doing a walkthrough and going shopping during a holiday such as Memorial Day. I hope you guys have had an amazing Memorial Day. I know that I actually had the weekend off for once, and I am just super excited about that. As you can see right over here, again, we got 2 for $15 right over here. We got trailing vinca. So normally this is actually for $13.98, but you get the price for 2 for only $15. So that is a massive savings deal. Let's go ahead and spin around here. You already know plant foldies. I love to show you guys also the Caladium Proven Winner Hybrids, the Heart to Heart series. These ones right over here are under $8. This one is the Splash of Wine Proven Winners Caladium. I do think that these are budget-friendly options. And whenever I go to the outdoor garden section, I do like to look at these plants right here, because for caladiums, most people wouldn't realize, but they are actually adaptable as an indoor house plant. So I love the fact that Proven Winners always has the best plants available for outdoor gardening in even their indoor tropical selection, the Proven Winners Leaf Choice series. You can see right over here again, this one is the Blushing Bride Caladium right over here. And if you notice, plant foldies, we can see that we have all of these caladiums that are actually getting quite a bit of light, actually full sun. And normally caladiums are not really tolerant of full sun, but you can see right here, we have the Proven Winners Heart to Heart White Wonder, beautiful red vein right over here. And it is a nice and bright sunny afternoon when I went filming at this Lowe's location. And you can see right here, Lowe's deals plants for under $10. And let's just go ahead and just keep walking around here and see what else they have. You can see that they've got quite a bit of Memorial Day sales. 5 for $10 is a really good deal for the garden soil. And then we also have 3 for $12 on Bonnie plants. And we have exclusive 3-quart Canna Lily Summer Spritz for $9.98. $14.98 for Majesty Palms, which are originally $24.98. So you're going to be saving $10. And that is, again, the reason why it is always a good idea if you are trying to save money to go shopping during a holiday season. They've got these massive posters right over here. So they've got limited time deal right over here, 2 for $16 for Miracle Grow potting soil. And we have, again, this massive poster right over here that is 5 bags of garden soil, Miracle Garden Soil for $10, which is basically literally dirt cheap. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the outdoor garden section, but I did wanna just pan around here and show you what they had available. For those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome, my name is Richie and I do daily plant content. And recently I had somebody leave a comment about why I call the viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Just know that this channel was actually originally an origami ASMR channel. So I was folding a bunch of origami paper cranes. But of course, just like anything that happens in life, a lot of things kind of change and evolve. And so this eventually became a plant shopping, plant content YouTube channel focused community. So I didn't really want to lose the identity of the origami, which I think I'm going to go ahead and mix in at some point and merge the two at some point. And that is the reason why I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. So I hope that answers people's question. Plant is obviously to refer to the plant content that I am producing, but foldies is originally because I make origami paper cranes like this. So let's go inside and check out some of the plants. And again, if you like this type of content, if this is your niche where you want daily plant shopping videos, daily plant content, ways to save money on houseplants and garden plants, and go ahead and press the subscribe button with all the notifications turned on. Join the live premiere chats that happen at 7 p.m. Central Standard US time, and just join the plant foldie community. But anyways, let's go Memorial Day holiday plant shopping for some savings. Okay, so we are now in the indoor, or actually not the indoor, the outdoor garden section of this Lowe's location. Again, this one is in the Southwest McKinney, Texas location. It's right next to Highway 121. And if you ever are in this location, it's one of the best locations as well. I say that with a lot of the locations at Lowe's, because if you look behind me, there's quite a bit of plants to choose from. And if you look behind here, we even have a bunch of these beautiful, beautiful begonias that are in flower right now. So we're just going to be walking around, doing a detailed walkthrough, talking about some of the plants that you can find at a big box store, and obviously just looking at some of the Memorial Day sales that you will find at a garden center at Lowe's. A lot of the plants and the sales looks like it's mostly the soils and also the fertilizers, which I don't mind, and it's actually beneficial for me because I prefer Miracle-Gro fertilizer. So you can see right over here, 2 for $15. They even have garden soil for specifically roses, and I love the fact that it's got a pink packaging over there. But you can see right here, we do have some roses in the background. I'm not going to spend too much time out in the Art Thou Garden section because you already know, well, actually, I already know that most of you guys prefer to look at the indoor tropical plants. So have no fear. Actually, this is one of the locations that tends to be packed with lots of indoor tropical plants from Costa Farms, Live Trends Design, and Urban Jungle Plants. So we will definitely delve into that in just a bit. But for me, just going through Memorial Day weekend, it was really nice to be able to just actually have time off. My job or my career outside of course YouTube, because I think some people really think that this is like a full-time job. For me, it's literally just a hobby, and I appreciate all the support you guys have given, but I have a very high demanding job, and during the holidays it tends to be a little bit stressful. So I'm glad that I was actually able to get this time off. Let's go ahead and spin around here. And actually, I talked about this in the previous Lowe's Memorial Day weekend video right over here. So if you didn't get to watch it, definitely check it out on the YouTube channel. But this one right here, this Miracle-Gro fertilizer is actually for $13.98, a Memorial Day special deal on sale now. You know, we love anything that is on sale, especially over the holidays. This is originally $18.98, so you will be saving $5 here. I think I am going to go ahead and invest in the Miracle-Gro fertilizer here. And reasons being is I have literally used this for decades. And this is an all-purpose fertilizer that works both for your outdoor gardening needs and your indoor tropical plants. Some people have their opinions about Miracle-Gro fertilizer. Some people prefer more of the organic route, but this has done really well for my plants. It really does give them that extra boost, especially during the growing season. Springtime, spring 2026 is when you really want to fertilize your plants to get them that extra boost because they are most active at this time. $13.98. You will save $5 today by going Memorial Day specials, Memorial deals right over here. So I'm going to go ahead, spin around here and just kind of show you what other plants that they have. And of course, you are going to be able to see a lot of the plants indoors in just a second. So let's go look at some of the details of the plants. So again, we have the 2 for $15 hanging baskets right over here. And I'm actually thinking I would buy a hanging basket, but here's the thing, right? Just because a plant is on sale or something is on sale, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to buy the plant, because another money-saving way or a pro tip on how to manage your finances when it comes to saving money on house plants or gardening plants is, number one, you really need to assess whether you have the time, the space to invest in the plant. So for instance, yes, I could buy me a vinca, but this vinca right over here, for instance, 2 for $15 because it's a Memorial Day special. It is an annual plant, which means that this plant will only grow for me for one growing season. So after the growing season, it is eventually going to plant heaven, because my grow zone, which is 8B, has a winter that's cold, and this plant actually has to grow outdoors in full sun in really hotter conditions. That's just not going to live through the winter. And to me, as much as I love the fact that I am going to get a good savings long term, I'm actually going to forfeit $15 because it's not going to stay past the annual season. So those are another tip of mine that I would recommend. Now over here, we have what they call the purslane plant, which is for under $8, $7.98. Really love the look of this. And did you know that you can actually eat the leaves? It is edible, and just look at how pretty this flower is. This one does need quite a bit of light. It is a fast grower, and for some reason it ends up multiplying. It almost is like a succulent, or at least behaves like a succulent. Really pretty flower, and it does remind me of my grandmother, my Lola Belen. She has several of these in her plants. And just a couple of updates for anybody that does follow this channel closely. Know that my grandmother is doing extremely well. Thank you so much for all of the kind support. If you didn't know, she actually had a hip fracture last year, but she is recovering well. Okay, this one's $7.98. We've got another begonia here, and just look at the chocolate texture of this begonia. What do y'all think of this plant, foldies? Would you buy this begonia? And another question is this begonia something that you can grow indoors long term? Feel free to leave that in the comments section. And I know in almost all my videos, actually pretty much all my videos, I talk about engagement and just having you guys leave comments. I really do read every single comment that you guys have. So I hope that you guys will invest just a second of your time to leave some commentary. That way I can respond to each and every single one of y'all. Now over here, again, we're going to look at some more of these plants. In the last videos, I did talk about Asian Pacific Islander month, and specifically the color purple, because this year it looks like everybody has made the crop ube, which is a purple type of potato or yam, however you want to call it. It is a crop from my family's home country, which is the Philippines. I also have just gravitated to the color purple, and you can see right over here, $8.98. This is the purple Persian shield, a really pretty plant. And I've gotten some comments about how this plant actually has been successfully grown indoors long-term by the Plant Foldy. So if you have a purple Persian shield, let me know and actually post it on the community tab of this YouTube channel. I hope you guys will take the time to post pictures of your plants. It has become a very vibrant community, and I appreciate every single Plant Foldy that takes the time to post their pictures on the community tab. Now over here, we have a Kong Coleus, $8.98. And I have been on a Coleus kick as of late. And the reason being is this gorgeous neon colored Coleus plant right here is actually adaptable as an indoor house plant. So I have actually 2 Coleus now in my plant collection. I recently bought one, a red one, that I potted up in a self-watering planter. So you'll have to check out my community tab post when I feature that. But let's go ahead and just keep walking around here. You can see that we've got some desert rose here. This is a really pretty one. If you are into desert rose or adeniums, let's see how much it costs. Oh, $32.98 for this. And obviously the assorted amount of different types of succulent and cactus. It is nice that even though it is a holiday today, that we actually don't have a lot of traffic happening right now. So I can freely show you some plants. I know plant foldies that you guys actually want to see the details of the plants. So I'm going to be a little bit more conscious about just what plants I have here. Now, okay. Now take a look at this right over here. You can see we've got lantana. So for anybody that is into Texas gardening or places that have a really high heat in summers, this is a perennial, which is a plant that will go back and grow year after year. This one can take full sun. It does like the heat, and it is a prolific bloomer. I mean, just look at how pretty the flowers are. It does kind of choke out weeds as well. And this one is for $19.98. Well, let's go ahead and keep spinning around here and seeing what other plants that they have. We have more lantana right over here, and take a look at this arrangement here. So I like this. This is actually more of an indoor tropical plant arrangement. $75 for a Enjoy Pothos right over here. You can see that this is an Enjoy Pothos, a Love Me Pothos. And of course we have a beautiful, beautiful type of neon pothos. And it looks like we have some kind of, I'm not 100% sure if this is like a variegated ficus. That's really nice. And of course, we've got a peace lily. So it's a nice combination planter. I would say this would definitely be one that you would have to grow in a shaded area if you're going to grow that outdoors. Needless to say, it is a pretty plant indeed. And then we're going to go ahead and just look at a couple more plants right over here. And it's interesting because every Lowe's location I've gone to has Epipremnum aureum or golden pothos here. These are for $5.98. I would truly hope that nobody would really put these pothos down in a grow zone where these could live outdoors long-term, year-long, because these are actually very much so invasive of a plant. It is a very vigorous plant. It is one of the best plants to add though, however, in a beginner-friendly houseplant collection. You can see right over here, under $5, and we've got a pothos plant right over there. And then obviously we have more plants right over here. You can see we've got some coleus plants here, and every time I go to Lowe's, I am tempted to purchase this particular coleus plant under $2. So if you're looking for a plant to put in your home, you can always add this coleus plant right over here. And actually, if I were to buy a coleus plant, it would be this neon variety right over here, because this one can actually grow in full sun, and it's just a lovely plant. I am curious, plant foldies, if you guys are actually going to start trying to grow coleus plants. I know that it may be foreign for some people to really think that these can be house plants, but they are a really pretty plant. I think it's because it has a thinner paper-like texture, and it doesn't have that waxy, thicker foliage of tropical plants. But coleus plants are very easy. The only thing is they are very thirsty plants, so you have to make sure that you are watering them consistently, and you can see the size difference. So if you're going to buy one, I would recommend buying this one versus the smaller ones right over here. But as you can see, plenty of options to go shopping for plants during this Memorial Day weekend, trying to find some amazing plant deals and savings. So let's go ahead and start making our way through and going into the indoor tropical section. But before we do that, we do have more coleus plants here. It looks like there's just never enough coleus plants to go around. But if you see here, even the stark difference of this one has more of a velvety red texture, like a more maroon texture, versus this one right over here, where it is more of a reddish tone. Either way, it is a beautiful plant, and it's one that is very much so budget friendly for anybody's space. I make my way into the indoor tropical section. Again, these are for $9.98, but I do believe that these flowering begonias that have pink pastel blooms are on sale for two for $15 right now, because of the Memorial Day sales that they're having at Lowe. So that is why I am out here looking at these beautiful begonias. Look at that one right here. It is in bloom. And, you know, as far as this begonia, I even love the fact that it's got a nice, like, angel wing begonia. You can chop this and prop it, and it is super easy. I am a begonia lover. My grandmother grows begonias super easy, and we just have quite a bit to choose from. They almost remind me of like cherry blossom looks. That's what makes big box store videos a lot of fun, because yes, you might see the typical plants that you would find at a big box store, but at the same time, we're also able to just look at plants in general. And if you're looking for a pastime, if you're looking to play something while you're doing your plant chores, you already know, plant foldies, that I love to chat. So you can just turn on one of my YouTube videos and listen to me talk about plants. But this one right here for $9.98 is such a lovely plant, and very curious if I should buy one of these because it looks pretty hardy. And just look at how pretty that is. I love the fact that it's got more of like a neon green leaf to it, and it blooms. So we shall see if I end up buying a plant. Like I said, again, plant foldies. In terms of just plants and savings you will find at a holiday season, it is whenever something like Memorial Day happens. And of course, I do want to show you another Lowe's deal, how to save some money on these house plants, and that's basically just shopping during a holiday. And you can see right here some more Miracle-Gro shake and feed tomato fruit vegetable food. Normally $20.48, $5.48 is what's on sale, and you will save $5. So let's go ahead, plant foldies, and look at the indoor tropical foldies. We have magically teleported into the indoor tropical section at this Lowe's location out here in Southwest McKinney, Texas. I did want to also ask you guys, what do y'all think about my outfit of the day, my pink kimono right over here? Let me know what you think. But as you guys know, I really am trying to make this a little bit more my brand for this YouTube channel to be more of like a Japanese aesthetic. So that's why I wear these kimonos. My husband Luke thinks it's silly that I go out in public with these kimonos, but I really love this, and I buy these for under $20 on Amazon. But let's go ahead and just see some of the plants here. What I do love about this particular Lowe's location is, again, if you just back up here, look at how many plants that they have to offer right over here. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. And I did want to just point out there too, for anybody watching today, have you checked out the YouTube quizzes on every single YouTube video I have? If you haven't, definitely check it out. It's got a lot of plant trivia. You might learn some new things about plants. All you have to do is swipe 3 times to the left. If you're watching my YouTube videos on a phone, on the YouTube app, you should be able to access the YouTube quizzes. And then let me know in the comments section, plant foldies, if you scored 100% on the YouTube quizzes. We've got more and more people participating, and that just makes it a little bit more interactive. I like coming up with these quizzes for you. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and also check out the pinned comments section on all of my YouTube videos. It's basically the very top comment. You already know plant foldies. I just want to know your thoughts. I want to know everything you are thinking about the plants, my big box or plant shopping videos. So feel free to do that. But let's go ahead and look at some of the plants that they have here. So obviously, Costa Farms has it together when it comes to house plants. And this is one of an example of one that has been growing here for a while. $19.98. This is a Polynesian ivy, and I have looked at this plant for almost 2 years. Every time I go plant shopping, I always tell myself that this is a wish list plant. But if you notice, I still have not added this into my plant collection. And, you know, I think it's because I feel like I wouldn't have the time to really take care of this plant. I don't really know a lot about it. So again, for anybody that knows anything about this Polynesian ivy, let me know the care tips for it, and if it's easy to take care of. I'm always looking for budget-friendly and easy care houseplants. So that's one of the hanging baskets that we have here. We're also going to be looking at everybody's favorite. Say it with me. We've got a Hydra Helix. or what you call the Hedera Helix or English Ivy. This one is for $21.98 by Costa Farms. It's in an 8-inch hanging basket planter. This one is a challenging plant to grow. If you're going to grow an English Ivy, go ahead and grow it outdoors in a shaded area, or at least gets bright indirect light. Do not plant this in the ground unless it is in a flower bed that is contained. Otherwise, it will take over your yard. It's a very invasive plant, so I just want to put that out there. And then we also have the this one right here for $16.98. We've got this fern right over here. I'm trying to figure out what is this fern. It's a kangaroo fern. And to me, it's another pretty plant that is a little bit more uncommon. If you look at the roots, it's kind of interesting as well. It's kind of crawling around there. So I don't know about you, but I am loving all of the Costa Farms offerings. And of course, for my Hoya heads right here, this one is a Hoya Bertonier for $21.98. I hope to see more Hoyas coming out of Costa Farms. I know Proven Winners Leaf Joy plants has quite a bit of them, but hopefully Costa Farms will have more plants available. There is a little bit more activity happening in the indoor section, so I'm gonna go ahead and just walk around to where I can avoid a couple of the people that are shopping here. That's the thing about me making plant content. As I mentioned before, I really try to respect the workers as well as the people shopping, because I know that some people may not want to end up on social media without permission. So if you notice, I try not to get people in the background of these videos. But let's go ahead and pan around and see how massive this plant is. If you made it this far into the video as well, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like you. It helps me out as well, as we are growing this channel very rapidly. Thank you again for 14,000 plus plant foldies or YouTube subscribers. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at how massive of a selection they have at this Lowe's location. What it looked like when I first walked in, but there were quite a bit of people shopping, so I wanted to wait till the crowds kind of died down. But as you can see here, they have quite a bit of overage of plants. They've got a lot of mixture of plants here. You know, just a little bit of a critique. I wish that the organization was a little bit more organized, but I can't complain because there's quite a bit of plants to look at. You can see right over here, for instance, is a Peperomia serpens by Costa Farms. $21.98 is what they're asking for here. And OMG. Okay, so I'm freaking out. It's a little bit wet, but I have never seen an Epipremnum Alplisimum variegated in a hanging basket, and this one is for $21.98. So I'm in trouble because I don't know if I should end up buying this plant, because it is such an easy plant, and I love Epipremnum Alplisimum. This used to be a trending tropical plant, but now it is for $21.98. This is actually a fairly easy plant, so I might actually indulge in buying this hanging basket. We shall see. But as you can see right here, that is a massive plant, and they have quite a bit of ones right over here as well. So there's many hanging baskets to choose from. We'll revisit that in just a bit. I may buy it, I may not, but I think that that is a pretty cool deal. And if you spin around here, you can see we've got a Pachira aquatica, and just look at how full this Lowe's location is over here. Again, you'll have to let me know in the comments section what you think. But as you can see, the DFW area has quite a bit of super full, healthy looking plants to choose from, which makes it a little bit more challenging for anybody that's really not trying to buy plants. So hopefully I can at least have you guys get excited. Another pro tip or budget friendly way to save money on houseplants is literally just looking at YouTube videos like my videos, where you can just look at plants but not necessarily have to go out to a big box store where you're tempted to purchase plants, because as you can see here, there are quite a bit of plants to choose from. And I am shocked that they have this Epipremnum Alplisimum variegated form in hanging basket form right over here. That is insane, and that should go to tell you that Costa Farms is always bringing some cost-effective plants into the plant circulation. Now, as far as you know, plants that are budget friendly and beginner friendly. I have to show you this, $15.98. This is the Aglaonema Red Siam. Go ahead and buy yourself an Aglaonema Red Siam if you haven't already, because this is one of the easiest plants to take care of. Water when the soil is completely dry, but since this is in a self-watering planter, this makes it 100,000% times easier to take care of, because the self-watering wick will take care of the plant. It is low light tolerant as well. And then we also have this. So this is another prime example of a plant that used to be $19.98 or $20 plus, but now it is for $15.98. This is an Epipremnum pinnatum Baltic Blue. This is again endemic to my home country, which is the, say it with me, Philippines. And y'all already know that as we wrap up Asian Pacific Islander month, I want to celebrate my heritage, my Filipino roots. And and when we talk about Memorial Day, something that I want the plant foldies to know about my family is my father was actually one that immigrated to the United States by joining the United States Navy. And the way he did it was he actually applied when the Americans were allowing Filipinos to apply to become part of the US Navy in the Philippines. He was selected by, he was one of 7 that were selected from 700 Filipino applicants, and it actually happened on his birthday. So I wanted to say thank you to my father for really paving the way for my family to have the American dream. For anybody watching today, feel free to leave in the comments section. Anybody that you know that has served, in the comments section, if you want to leave some kind words to them, because again, it is Memorial Day, and it's just a really good way to celebrate our servicemen. But let me not get too emotional about it, but I did want to just share a little bit more about my family's road to the United States and our American dream. But anyways, let's go look over here. This one is a Costa Farms exotic, the Costa Farms trading tropical plant, Monstera Burley Marks Flame, $19.98. We have this right here. It's in a Costa Farms recycled planter that's completely made out of cornmeal, $15.98. We've got a beautiful Dieffenbachia. And of course, we have more plants right over here. We have the Syndapsis Mount Salak. This one is for $24.98. Look at how pretty the leaves are over here. And that's the thing, this is part of the luxury line of Exotic Angel Costa Farms. And then we also have this right over here. This one is a Xanthosoma, and just look at the beautiful planter it has. Look at that new leaf that's unfurling for the Xanthosoma, $24.98. And talk about a beautiful variegated Monstera you can find at Lowe's. This is a Monstera Letriana, and just look at all of the stems. That is lovely. And this one is for $19.98. And this is another pro tip in terms of how to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars on plants. Basically, just wait till the plant becomes more affordable. So if you wait about 6 months to a year, you'll be able to find more plants that are more budget friendly and accessible. But let's go ahead and look at some more plants that they have here. You can see they also have these easy care plants like this, $17.98. We've got a Marble Queen Pothos by Urban Jungle Plants. Gotta love that as well. It's highly variegated. And with pothos plants, as I say in all of my plant care tips on every single video that you watch, lighting is crucial in terms of getting this beautiful coloration and variegation. So just be mindful of that for pothos plants. But this one right here, I don't know, plant foldy, should I go ahead and buy this or not? Let me know in the comments section, because this is really cool that they have this Epipremnum alplissimum here. I really love the narrow leaves that they have. And then you can see right here, we always have an end cap of Live Trends Design, one of my favorite aesthetics, because it's got a modern contemporary vibe. And this one right here is for $17.98. Look at that, this pearls and jade pothos right here, and it is already trailing. Love that. And I love the fact that it doesn't take a lot of surface space to take care of it. And then we also have a Hoya Comingiana right over here. This is another Hoya that is endemic to my home country, the Philippines. Just want to put it out there. I like to utilize my social media platforms to really spread my cultural awareness and also just to celebrate my heritage, which is Filipino. So again, if you are Filipino, leave some comments in Tagalog. I would love to get with my kababayans as well and really appreciate the support from my Filipino plant foldies and just any plant foldie that takes time to watch my videos. Now over here, we have another Hoya. This is a Hoya carnosa, Crimson Princess. Look at how beautiful that is by Costa Farms. I love the variegation. And this one is for $21.98. Really good price too for Hoyas. I would say that Hoyas sometimes tend to be a little bit pricey, but Costa Farms makes them more affordable. And then we have more plants right over here, but I just wanted to spin around and just show you how massive the plant selection is at this location. I want to show you this one as well. So this one is for $29.98. This is a Philodendron Paraiso Verde, and you can see that it's got beautiful coloration, beautiful variegation, and I'm really happy that I have several Philodendron Paraiso Verde. If you didn't know, another Filipino-American small business called Sprouts of Happiness was at PlantCon Houston 2026. My ate Alicia gifted me several TC plants or tissue culture plants. I am currently acclimating several Philodendron Paraiso Verde, so we'll see if I am successful. They're on week 2 and they haven't melted, so I feel like I might be able to be successful in acclimating the plants. So you'll see a future video for that. Now, here is another couple of large foliage plants. I'm going to take this down here. This one is the Ficus elastica ruby for $29.98. But this one right here for $24.98 is a beautiful calathea. The only problem is it is one of the biggest heartbreakers because it is so challenging to grow this plant. But look at how massive it is. And it is from Costa Farms. I just wish I had a green thumb when it comes to calatheas. It's just a plant that I just cannot grow successfully long term. But anyways, let's go ahead and just keep looking at some of the plants. I'll go ahead and show you what else they have to offer. Let me know in the comment section again if you are interested in seeing specific plants. So on my next plant shopping video, I can try to find them. And plant foldies, I'm back. So what do y'all think so far of our Memorial Day sales, big box store plant shopping video? And of course, my pink kimono right over here. Can y'all tell that I am just truly enjoying the process of making content? You know, full transparency, for the longest time, at least at the very beginning of the year, I was always overthinking about whether people were going to watch my videos, whether people like my videos, whether people subscribe to my videos, whether people unsubscribe to my videos. And now I am just doing my thing, which has become a really good lesson. And something that I want to share in today's video is, again, try not to ask and see people's validation of who you are. Be you always. Celebrate your own individuality, because at the end of the day, if you love yourself, the ones that are truly meant to be in your life, the ones that are truly meant to appreciate you, your most authentic self, will be there. There's always going to be the right community. And I think as a content creator that makes plant content, it's something that I learned. It's something that I still am learning, because as you know, full transparency, whenever you're a content creator, you sometimes seek that additional validation. But I think I am more satisfied in the fact that the ones that have truly just engaged and watched all of my videos, leave comments in the comment section because they really want to engage with me. I appreciate it. And that just makes me even more inspired to take you alongside with me to go plant shopping. So just a little bit of tidbits, just wanted to show you guys, give you guys some more messaging, because I feel like as much as we like plants, I do also want to just give my personal insights about uplifting people, giving some of my personal advice, good vibes only, right? So feel free to share your words of affirmation, positive vibes in the comment section. But speaking of positive, like this is very shukted. Memorial Day has got me looking for a variegated pothos right here, silver streak pothos variegated form, or epipremnum alplissimum for $21.98. It is a massive plant, easy care plant. I love the narrow leaves. And yes, this is a pothos plant. And yes, this is one of my top picks for easy care and budget friendly plants. So kudos to Costa Farms. Again, they have several hanging baskets. Like, look right here. Here is another one. Like, this is insane. Y'all, what are we doing, Costa Farms? I love it. How did I not even figure out that they were going to release these? So you saw it on my channel first. Check that out. Costa Farms has now released hanging basket versions of that. And I did also want to show you this beautiful plant here. This is a Monstera celtipicana, which almost looks like an Epipremnum pinnatum, Cebu blue, but if you look at it closely, look at how beautiful this is. And I would think that this would be easy to propagate. $29.98. It's a Costa Farms Exotic Angel luxury line hanging basket. Love the planter here, and it is available for purchase. And for my Hoya heads, yes, you see this right here behind me. Why hasn't somebody not purchased this gorgeous Hoya compacta hanging basket? It's not the variegated form. This is also known as the Hoya Hindu rope. Love this. And yes, I ended up buying one of these. And yes, it is growing outdoors in my backyard in full sun, and it is living its best life. I have become a Hoya head, and it's because y'all have plant influenced me as well. I love this. That one is for $29.98. We also have these cute neon pothos here, $17.98, and it's already trailing. You can chop this up and prop it, and I've actually been propagating quite a bit of neon pothos plants. So for Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day, we are out here looking for budget-friendly plants, a selection of plants, and I'm just happy to have been able to find some really cool plants already. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So we've got a lot of these urban jungle plants that we typically find. This is some type of Hoya, which I'm not 100% sure, but $17.98. Somebody let me know in the comment section what this particular Hoya is. And then of course, I'm gonna go flip the camera back on the other side to where you can see the plants more in detail, but more pothos right over here, $17.98 right over here. We've got some Phalaenopsis orchids right over here. I would even say that Lowe's tends to have Phalaenopsis orchids readily available. And oh my gosh, we have this one right here. This one's super massive. I really hope somebody ends up buying these right here, because this is a super massive variegated Pothos alplissimum. I already have one that was gifted to me by Costa Farms, but sometimes certain plants will make you want to buy more plants. So we can see right over here, we have more plants, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera to show you some of the details of the Monstera Thai Constellation. So let's take a look at that, okay? You would have told me you would find Monstera Thai Constellations this size at a big box store for under $43.98. I would have told you you were crazy, but we are in 2026, and now we find large Monstera Thai Constellations readily available for that. Now, here's the thing about plants that have decreased in price. This is still the same plant that back in 2020, people would spend more than $1,000 for a mature or semi-mature Monstera Thai Constellation. Just because a plant's value has substantially decreased, just because plants at this Lowe's location have gotten a massive price cut over the years, does not make this plant any less valuable or beautiful. I would like to know your comments actually, or your commentary, plant foldies, if you agree, because this is still a gorgeous plant. And actually this one's a really nice specimen. You could just put it on a pole, but you can see right over here, they've got a massive selection of Monstera Thai Constellations. I don't think people really get excited about them anymore, but to me, it's still a beautiful plant. Just know with Monstera Thai Constellations, you do not want to overwater them because they are susceptible to root rot. But at the same time, you also do not want to not inconsistently water them because they start getting browning on their leaves. So just a couple of tidbits on that. And we'll go ahead and spin around here and look at some of these Phalaenopsis orchids. These ones are the miniature ones right here. Really like the look of Phalaenopsis orchids, but to me, I always just like looking at them at a big box store versus actually purchasing them, because I feel like their blooms are only temporarily, and I would like to be able to have something that's gonna last longer than just a couple of weeks. And then again, we're back here looking at some more of these Costa Farms plants. One plant that I want to eventually get again, this one's for $29.98, is a Ficus shiveriana right over here. Look at how pretty the variegation is on this one. With ficus plants, plant foldies, you already know we need to make sure that you are actually giving them quite a bit of light in order for them to do well. I would grow these outdoors, and actually I would recommend any plant that you want to give a boost to grow outdoors, because they will end up growing more vigorously when you grow them outdoors. But yes, all of the Monstera Thai Constellations here are super pretty. We also have more plants on this table. This one has actually a really nice planter. This one is made out of coffee. $15.98, philodendron, Prince of Orange. I love the new emergent or growth right over here. Look at that pretty coloration. We have a bunch of Pachira aquatica here. Let's see how much this costs. $15.98. It's a braided form, also known as the lucky money tree. And this one's a shout out for Leap, our really loyal plant foldy. Leap, do you have a Raven ZZ? This one is for $19.98. I know a couple of plant foldies have offered to send you a Raven ZZ. I hope that somebody would be able to send one to Leap, because Leap is so kind. And I also wanted to shout out Leap for just always participating in anything plant foldy related, whether it's posting pictures on the community tab, or better yet, just being on all the live chats and commenting consistently. So I appreciate that. Now over here is a Monstera Letriana, and this one is really ready to start climbing for $19.98. Beautiful variegation as well. You know, the thing about going to these big box stores, again, plant foldies, is you find really good quality plants from Costa Farms at budget-friendly, inexpensive options, and you can really just make your plant collection take off. The only thing is, like I say in all of my videos, is you have to be really cognizant about your time and space. So as much as I love, say, this Philodendron Moonlight for $15.98, this is one that I would just look at, but not necessarily purchase. And as far as other plants here, we also have this one right here, another Aglaonema red Siam. This is one I would always take home if I could have multiples of these. I actually have multiples of these. Please buy this Aglaonema red Siam. Plant foldies, get yourself an Aglaonema red Siam today, $15.98. One of the easiest houseplants to take care of, and another easy houseplant to take care of is a ZZ plant. Low light tolerant, drought tolerant, and it is at a low price of $15.98 from Costa Farms. We have some more Costa Farms philodendrons here. I'm not 100% sure what this particular philodendron is, but for $15.98, another inexpensive houseplant to add to your plant collection. So again, it is all about getting all of the different types of plants that they have available here. We also have some more philodendrons here, and another Ficus shiveriana right over here. Look at how pretty that one is. Really love the look of the variegation of this. So pretty. And then we also have more philodendron Black cardinal right over here, $15.98. And then all of these Majesty palms are on a low price of $14.98. So we're gonna go walk through here, go through this jungle and look at some of the exotic angel plants. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and recap this video after that. Let's take a look at this one right here. Another Photonia. This is the ruby red Photonia right over here. Beautiful red foliage. And again, as far as exotic angel plants by Costa Farms, they come in so many different varieties. And we have more hanging baskets over here as well. This one is another, oh, it's wet. I'm not gonna go ahead and pick that up. It's gonna get me wet, but you get the point. As far as exotic angels, they don't have quite a bit, but as far as all the other plants we have here, I can spin around and show you a couple more on this end. We have a beautiful Sansevieria bird's nest for $14.98. That's really pretty. We also have the Syngonium Maria by Urban Jungle Plants. This one is for $14.98, another low price house plant and an easy care house plant that I would definitely recommend. The only thing is with Syngoniums, you already know plant foldies, you gotta give it lots of water. It's a very thirsty plant. She is thirsty. But if you can stay on top of this, the thirst, she will grow vigorously for you. So those are the things about plants, house plants that we find at big box stores. Knowing the plant care tips and environment actually makes you a little bit more successful. And mind you though, even though you grow plants and know the care tips, sometimes some plants just don't do well in our environment. And it's a simple fact that not every plant is meant for you to grow. Like these calatheas, for instance, this Calathea makuyana, it's a beautiful plant, but at the same time, it's one that just hasn't done well for me long-term indoors in my space. So I have just learned to appreciate it whenever I am going big box store plant shopping. Again, plant foldies, if you are enjoying today's video and you haven't already, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And I hope you guys have found some budget-friendly plant prices as well as ways to save money, because I'm gonna go ahead and recap today's video and just kind of let you know where my thoughts are on today's video. All right, plant foldies, have we had a lot of fun going big box store plant shopping during Memorial Day, looking for Memorial Day sales and savings. As you guys can see in today's video, we have showcased outdoor garden plants, budget-friendly options, easy care house plants, and take a look at this. This is the newest house plant release from Costa Farms in terms of a house plant that I did not see. This is the variegated silver streak pothos, also known as the variegated Epipremnum alplicimum. Should I buy this? Wait till the very end to see if I end up buying this. You'll see a clip of me walking away with it. But again, in today's video, I just wanted to take you out here to show you ways on how to save money, show you what plants they have at big box stores, and of course, show you my beautiful kimono. I'm probably gonna order some more this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's big box store plant shopping video. You already know that Costa Farms is always going to bring in the heat when it comes to plants. Let me know also if you have found some new plants to add into your plant collection. It looks like YouTube is telling you that you need to be watching these videos. Good vibes only, good vibes always. And again, check out this video. My name is Richie at Grow Folds. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.